Now that I've successfully completed the V-Star challenge, I mean, you should totally watch every video to see if I managed to do it, because there's a chance I didn't. But with that done and rotation around the corner, I decided to revisit all of the sets leaving standard on March 27th. Naturally, I did all of this live on Twitch, forcing my viewers over there to suffer through the worst ideas any TCG player has ever come up with. But because I care about my YouTube audience, I'll only be featuring the best performing decks here. None of that slop I feed those suckers who pay me money to watch my content. Anyways, up first is my wacky Altaria Ursaluna Terapagos deck. So much of the Pokemon TCG these days is who can take one-shots most efficiently. But if you look at the landscape, there are quite a few good decks who can't deal more than 300 damage. What if there was a Pokemon who could take advantage of that? Enter Altaria from Silver Tempest. For a double turbo energy, Magical Echo takes all the damage counters from one of your bench Pokemon and puts it on your opponent's active. Use a high HP colorless Pokemon like Terapagos or Bloodmoon Ursaluna, have 2 Bouffalant in play, attach a Bravery Charm or Heroescape, and you have someone with upwards of 420 hit points. All they have to do is survive a hit, you retreat into Altaria, fully heal them, and likely take a KO in the process. It's a crazy combo that only someone as intelligent as me could come up with. The good news is that this type of deck will survive rotation because of this Liepard. It does beg the question though, why am I featuring Altaria and not Liepard? Well, for starters, do not question me. Second, you can grab Swablu with Fan Rotom on turn 1. Third, it's a preview of how good Liepard can be. And that's what I'm choosing to believe as a justifiable enough reason to play it now. Alright, this is very, very interesting. Because I can use Blasting Wind to take a KO, and I think that's what I want. Or I can just retreat and just be like, what are you gonna do? Right, I think I just retreat, right? Like, what are you gonna do? You can't hit into my Ursaluna. Yeah, what are you supposed to do here, bro? You got nothing. What does Altaria actually do? It moves all the damage counters from one of your bench Pokemon to your opponent's active. So what are you supposed to do against this as a United Wings player, other than gust around it? But, like, you have to be able to do 1,000,000 damage. Yeah, like, I could have knocked out the Ditto, but I would have had to, you know, attach the double turbo. I would have lost my Altaria. But, like, I'm so far ahead right now, right? Like, oh yeah, you want to attach to your Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon? Doesn't matter. What can they copy here? They can copy Spin Turn and United, so they can copy United Wings. A Walking Plane, don't get used to it. All right, I believe I have absolutely given my opponent the worst time of their entire life. They're playing United Wings. United Wings tops out at 320 damage. This Ursaluna has 360 hit points. So any time I feel like they're getting close to winning, I just put up an Ursaluna. They can't one-shot it. And then I just have Altaria. Yes, they have the weird Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, which is actually kind of goated. But it's really funny. So they'll be knocking out Altaria, which is really bad. I am down a Swablu, which is also very, very bad. I prize 2 Terapagos. So the YouTube audience, what you haven't seen is that game 1 was against Dragapult. Was against Dragapult Zard. So of course what happens is I go to Hooters, and then I can't get it up. So we get just completely bodied right away. Oh, they went, wait, why'd they go for the Rowlet? Did they just not have a Ditto? Yeah, they just don't have a Ditto. All right, so they take the KO, but here's where everything gets interesting, because now I have the Terapagos. I can guarantee myself another Bouffalant, so now they're completely out of this game. They have to be able to gust around everything right now. And if they can't do that, then they absolutely 100% lose. So I think what I do is I go Noctowl for Bravery Charm. And yes, so we go Bravery Charm and Thingy Thing. Bravery Charm, and I guess... what do we got? What do we got? We can go to Hooters, we can get the Swablu. So yeah, I think we just go Bravery Charm and Buddy-Buddy Poffin. And now the question I have to ask myself, oh, I screwed up. I almost screwed up, but I'm not dumb. I'm a smarty pants. Oh, could you have imagined if I screwed this one up? All right, so we go Bravery Charm the Terapagos. Noctowl. I'm not going to attack with the Fan Rotom simply because I don't want to. Not going to attack with the Fan Rotom because I don't want to. I believe we get... I don't want a Penny. I guess I just get a... No, I think I just want the Iono. Right? Like, I know I'm going to be a little screwed here because I don't have another... I can't go to Hooters again. They banned me. But if I just get the Bouffalant, there's nothing they can do. They cannot win this game unless they have Gust and they just bring up the Latias. But I think we go Terapagos, who can attack right now. And then, yeah, we're doing 240. And then I bosses up this guy. Whoop, bring that guy down. Knock it out. And, okay. I love how PDCGL shrunk their bench before the Ogerpon was knocked out. So before the Area 0 visually... Oh, this is such a well-made game. Such a well-made game, isn't it? Oh, you know, but as soon as I launched the attack, or I think as soon as I bossed it up, they're like, nah, you know what, that's getting knocked out. We'll just activate it early, save everyone some time. But yeah, they can't do 340, right? They would have to use Defiance Band, right? So they can go for a bosses on my Latias, which would be slightly annoying, but I mean, they're not damaging Terapagos and Bloodmoon Ursaluna, and I mean, the only way they can win is if they one-shot my Terapagos right now, and they need every single Wang in the discard pile, plus a Defiance Band in order to do that. Because with the Bouffalant in play, this Terapagos effectively has 340 hit points. And yeah, so they'll just bring up the Latias. I'm surprised they didn't have to put Lumineon down. That's kind of crazy. And Jose, I don't think they're ever going to print Scoop Up Net again. Unless they say, you know, Pokemon without a rule box, right? So there's 240, there's 240, but this is kind of just GG at this point, right? Because they know I have the Iono. I'm not going to put the Squawkabilly down because that would be dumb. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get another Scoop Up Nut unless they very massively nerf it. Or nothing. Get it? It's nerf or nothing. Get it? Do you understand the joke that I'm trying to make? Because it's nerf or nothing. All right, so then we go... Nest Ball for the... We go to Hooters. Always go to Hooters. And then... I think I attached to the Swablu. Like, I'm pretty sure we just have the game wrapped up here. Because then I'll go and get my Altaria. So we should be able to win it 2 different ways. The only way they can win is if they have the craziest Iono to 2 in history. Because they have a Lumineon in their hand, which I'm about to get rid of. I'm about to take a KO. Like, they have to have literally the craziest Iono to 2 in history. And I just have an Ursaluna attack next turn if things don't go my way. And Walking Plane, another double colorless? I mean, it's tough to say, right? Another double colorless. We got double turbo, which is -20, which is somewhat balanced. I guess maybe the next one would be -30. Right? Or they just don't print it, or they say, you know, you have to be behind on prizes, or it doesn't work on rule box Pokemon. But this year is going to be so weird because, like, we're going to have maybe only 2 sets of trainers Pokemon plus whatever the black and white full set, sort of like 151 is going to be. But it's going to be super weird because the Mega Evolution Pokemon arrive in Japan on August 1st. So if they rush the English set, that would be our September set, we get our Mega Evolutions. So that means we'll have 2 sets, Journey Together and Destined Rivals, as guaranteed to have trainers Pokemon. And then, uh-oh. That's fine. And then supposedly, there's going to be a full black and white set that would be like a special set, unless they, you know, do some delay shenanigans and they change things up. But we've had 6 sets, I think, for the past 2 years. It used to be we'd have 1 special set per year. Now it's 2 special sets a year because more special sets means more money. Well, I don't think they can do it, right? Because they have a rescue board on the Ditto. They'd have to get like a Lost Vacuum. Oh, what was that? They have to get a Lost Vacuum or another Ditto. But yeah, I'm looking at their Wang and it's not as big as it needs to be. So yeah, just there's so much uncertainty. It's like Trainer's Pokemon. Oh, Trainer's Pokemon is going to be our big, 180. Oh, that's sad. I mean, we can do it. We're going to do it. All right? Don't concede. Don't concede. I want to do funny thing. I want to do funny thing. Don't concede. Okay? Me do funny thing. You no concede. There we go. Magical Echo. Look at that. We use Magical Echo a million times this game. United Wings surprisingly doesn't lose to rotation. It does lose double turbo, which is really bad. But United Wings, you might think, oh, that's been in the format forever. It loses the Ditto, which is horrible. It loses double turbo energy, which is horrible. But technically, United Wings does survive rotation. All right, I said this would go on YouTube if they don't knock out my Swablu with Dragapult, and they did not. Oh my god. What the hell is this? Okay, no, that's fine. You know, it's not like I've been almost screwed over by prizes 2 out of my 3 games this run here. All right, so I can bosses the Thorns, or I can play with myself. I think what I do is I bosses the Thorns, and then we just take the KO. That's more energy off the field. That's an attack off the field. We attach to the Altaria. I don't bother with Area 0 Underpants because that will help them maybe a little bit. So hopefully we get that other Swablu and I can just, you know, Swablu myself. Okay, we got all of our Pokemon. Good. So the Ursaluna becomes infinitely better now. Unfortunately, I did have to show them my strategy. Again, I've talked about this in videos. I talked about this on streams. Dragapult is the thing standing in the way of anyone trying to build a fun deck. Dragapult is literally the #1 deck post-rotation. And don't forget that everyone already has the damn thing built because it's so good. But it's so unfortunate that Dragapult is the #1 deck and it destroys every single prize deck. You're like, oh, I have Rabsca, don't worry. Well, you have to put a 50 hit point Rellor on the field. And #1, that gets knocked out by Phantom Dive if they go first. So you have to get TM Evolution and do a million things. Second, they can just use Dusclops and Dusknoir to really screw over your Rabsca. They can counter catch or bosses your Rabsca into the... Oh, this is going to be fun. All right, so there's a Dragapult. I don't think I have to make a decision quite yet. I can go get a Hero's Cape. We can put that on the Terapagos. I can hit into them. It is going to be a bit of a risk if they have, like, Lost Vacuum or something. Oh, wait, no, they don't have an attack. They need Sparkling Crystal and Energy. Wait, did they make an oopsie? Oh, yeah, they got the bosses on the Altaria. On the Fan Rotom. Okay. So they're just going for the Jet Headbutt? Right, they play Trolley. Yeah, that's another thing in Japan that I noticed is, like, Unfair Stamp. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to play Unfair Stamp Dragapult just because Sparkling Crystal just makes life easier. The only time I'm not going to play Sparkling Crystal in Dragapult is if I either have, like, 2 or 3 Crispin or if I have Blaziken. Oh, the Bouffalant! Oh, the people in the YouTube comments, they're not going to be able to type in the comments because their keyboards are so sticky now. After watching that, yeah, they did 10 damage to a Fan Rotom. I mean, that might be part of their plan because now they can just clean it up with pings. But, like, come on. That is, if that doesn't get your PP up, I don't know what will. All right, so let's Swablu myself. I do have a Super Rod, so I can play with my Rod. I think it's worth it to, you know, just get rid of those cards. We have another Altaria. So they have very good options of what they can do. The question is, what do I want to do? Do I want to attach an energy this early? Like, we're going to be so far ahead, right? I don't think they can win. They can use Phantom Dive, but if they Phantom Dove, that's really bad for them. So I think we just go Unified Beat. Oh, they conceded. Oh my god, that is amazing. So I have created a deck that can beat off everybody. Oh, you're playing Dragapult with Iron Thorns that shuts off my Latias? Doesn't matter. I am too good. This deck is too good. We're repping the Vaporeon shirt. They had no chance to win that game because I am a god gamer. Okay, this is actually a decent start for us. Again, I have to play with my balls. Unfortunately, I have to play with my balls a little too much, so they're going to dry up. But we need Squawkabilly. I think I want Latias. Yeah, I think we want the Latias. I think I want to attack with the Fan Rotom. Do I want to attack? Do I really want to put 50 damage on a Raging Butt? I mean, that doesn't seem amazing. But like the Fan Rotom going down seems good. It allows me to do other things. But I think like my strategy is just don't let Terapagos get knocked out. And then what are they supposed to do? But no, I think I get the Fan Rotom, retreat into it, and then just say, what are you going to do? Right, so we go double turbo on this guy. We put the Rescue Board on you. We go Hero's Cape on you. And then I Squawkabilly. And then if we get an area 0, then we are in absolute business here. Ooh, I can get rid of a card too. Okay. Well, no, I don't actually know. I can get rid of a card too. No, why the hell would I want to do that? All right, so let's go to Hooters. Let's get all this stuff. All right, we have a very good hand, but obviously we can't attack because, oh, you know, Terapagos. Unified Beatdown is way too powerful of an attack. If you could use this going second, oh, it'd be so strong, doing upwards of 240 damage. That'd be too crazy. And then you look at Raging Bolt. Oh no, I can do 350 turn 1. I can do 350 turn 1, no big deal. God, so fair and balanced. Wait, what are they doing? They're gonna go for my Latias? That's not very nice. My ass does not deserve to be landed on. I mean, okay, they're going for a Bouffalant. It has free retreat. I guess they have a bad turn and they're just going to use Burst Roar. That is totally fine. Lively Stadium. Surprisingly good in some of the testing that I've done, but, you know, it's just too easy to bump. All right, they got a Burst Roar. We got this one. They got nothing. We're about to hit into them. I have area 0, which actually is maybe a bad thing right now. All right, so we go retreat into Terapagos. We go to area 0 underpants. We just fill up our bench here. We get rid of the Squawkabilly if we can. And then we go to Hooters. We attach the reversal. Hit them for 1,000,000 damage. And if they hit into me and don't take a KO, we win. So how many energy do they need to knock out this Terapagos? This Terapagos has effectively 390 hit points. So they need to get rid of... Oh god, I gotta do math. 70, 140, 210, 283. They need 6 energy. So they need to get rid of 6 energy to one-shot my Terapagos. And if they do that, they basically win the game. Which is crazy. And it's crazy that like, oh, you have to do 390 damage this turn with a pretty crappy board. And it's like, oh no, I can do that. Wait, what? Yeah, I have a pretty crappy board, but I can do 390. Seriously, you can do 390 damage. Yeah, I can get 6 energy into play. I got 2 attached. That's a Sada and then a double Teal Mask Ogerpon. Easy peasy. Oh, crap. Okay, so we want to get rid of Squawkabilly, Fan Rotom, and... I mean, I have Morty's Conviction, so I think we... So, should it have resolved this quickly? Should the Lively Stadium have resolved already and been like... Shouldn't it resolve after I discard my... I don't know. PTCGL typically can't do 2 things at once, so you'd think PTCGL would, like, parcel it out and say, like, okay, until you bump it, then you can't do anything. Okay, but a Penny means they're not attacking this turn, which is really good. They're playing a bit of an awkward one. Like, post-rotation, I'm working on a video right now about post-rotation decks with, like, no new cards. I think, you know, it's going to be, like, maybe Jamming Tower goes into Raging Bolt. Lively Stadium's good and all, you know, makes it tougher to KO. But because Clefairy has given your dragons... like, oh my god, giving them a weakness. It's like, yeah, 330 seems like a really high number, but Lily's Clefairy needs, what, 8 Pokemon total in play to do that? Alright, well, we just give him a Bouffalant. So I'm halfway through working on, like, a Raging Bolt section of the video, and it seems like if you don't want to go for the Ancient Booster build, you play Jamming Tower, because that shuts off Sparkling Crit. They're having a time over there. They are having an absolute rough time over there. Yeah, let's see what you got. I'm gonna use Morty's... Yeah, sure, let's just use Morty's Conviction. Let's just use Morty's Conviction, draw 2... Okay, well, I'm not gonna let you read what Altaria does. That ain't happening. Okay, maybe I should have held back, but what I can do is I can let them knock out like a Bouffalant or something. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't have attached like that because they're going to attack this turn. They have Teal Masked Ogerpon. I can definitely tell what that is. So yeah, I think I made a mistake and I should have left that reversal energy. I can always just retreat and use continuous spin and flip 20 heads and we'll be okay. And honestly, it's not the dumbest thing to retreat into Swablu. I'd rather have the Bouffalant. Would I? I don't know. I don't know. It's like Gust cards and everything are going to play a part in this. So it's if they can't take a KO, then I've really screwed myself over because I would have just retreated into the Altaria. Flip 20 heads, exactly. I continuously spin these nuts. Very mature of you, Clam Burglar. Are you sure you're not I Am Legend's mom? Because you're very mature. Have they played a supporter? They have not played a supporter. They did put back... Wait, they put back in Penny and bosses. Do they not have a Sada in there? Oh, this is going terribly for them. Okay, so this is going to be what? Like 0 damage? It's going to be 210 minus 60 is 150. So they're going to do 150. FM boss, that is disgusting. You should tell me the number of the women you've been with so I can warn them. All right, there's no way they're doing anything, right? With 150, you got nothing. You got rid of all of your energy to do 150. Oh, baby, we got to research. Okay, this is terrible, but I have to do it, okay? We're gonna attach that there. We're gonna get bailed out. Are you ready to get bailed out like Christian? We got bailed. Oh, well, that's not quite what I wanted to get, but that's fine. Okay, so we just retreat, and then we go Altaria. I don't get punished for my oopsie. I love how you get the damage effect because PTCGL is such a well-made game. And then this is the combo. Right? This is the combo right here is you attach the rescue board. Maybe they, you're supposed to take a knockout and then they can't knock out your Altaria. And then you just retreat back into the Terapagos, hit him again. And it's kind of why I don't really play Penny. Like, I think I play 1. I originally had 2. But then I was like, that kind of goes against how the deck is supposed to work. Yeah, it lets you, have more avenues of play to have Penny. Because you're surviving so many hits with this deck. But I think Altaria is just, it's the fun strategy, right? This is a hand. This is very much a hand of Pokemon cards. I can't knock out anybody meaningful. So I think I just retreat into Terapagos and we just do nothing. Because we're doing, what, another 130? Yeah, 130 again. I mean, they have the bolts, but I think, honestly, knocking out the Ogerpon or getting everyone set up for KOs is also very, very important. What if Altaria was the missing link for Terapagos? What do you mean missing link? Terapagos is missing no links. It is not Zelda. It's missing no links. It needed Cloth, right? Cloth Terapagos with Pecharunt. I'm just whacking off with post-rotation decks before they rotate. And okay, this is going in the YouTube video. Comment down below. Pause the video right now. Do you think they play Professor Sada's Vitality? Do you think they prized for Professor Sada's Vitality? Because this is a very long and grindy game, which is kind of what this deck wants. But if I wait too long, they're just going to get a million energy in play. But it's like, they have 22 cards left in deck. We've seen Penny and bosses, and they put the Penny and bosses back into the deck. And they're playing energy retrieval though. Why would you play energy retrieval over like anything? Talby, it's making wacky decks. So if your 9-year-old asks you what whacking off is, it is. So tell them, oh, you're making a wacky deck. Oh, you tell your friends you're just whacking off. Oh, I wanna play a Pokemon card deck that's not normal. Oh, I'm just whacking off. Right? Just what would you call it, right? What would you call making a wacky deck? Like, there's no other word you could use. You're making a wacky deck. You are whacking off. That is how it is, right? All right, so they're going to get a draw of 3 off the Pheasant Skibidi. They need 6 energy in play. So that is... Because I've knocked out their Ogerpon, I don't think it's possible. Especially if they're running Lively Stadium instead of Area 0. So they can go Sada's Vitality, Manual Attachment, triple Ogerpon. But with the board that they have now is they need to put an Area 0 down. But if they're playing Lively Stadium, are you playing Area 0? So it's like Jamming Tower and Area 0 are kind of the main stadiums post-rotation for Raging Butt. Yeah, and I'll be an electric streamer just like Iono's Belly Bolt. And, oh yeah, okay, so yeah, there's no way, right? There's no way they can do it. I cannot tell you how disappointed I am that Exchange Ticket is called Reciprocating Ticket. Like, half of the kids will not be able to pronounce the word reciprocating. That is a very big word. Half of my viewers can't even pronounce that word. The Twitch viewers, not the YouTube audience. The YouTube audience is very smart and sophisticated. Okay, you're going in the opposite direction. You're going in the wrong direction. You know, you're like Hoobastank. You're going in the wrong direction. I need the Latias. I mean, I don't necessarily need the Bouffalant though, right? I don't want to lose. I mean, I guess we just get rid of the Altaria. Yeah, I mean, I can get back the Bouffalant, but if they just have like the craziest plays. And do I think that, oh God. Okay, I seriously don't think they play Sawdust Vitality. I really don't think they play Sawdust Vitality at this point. No one in their right mind thinks they're playing Sawdust Vitality. Okay, there's absolutely no shot there is a Sawdust Vitality in this deck. Oh, we got, okay, so we need to put the Terapagos back in. I think I need to put a Noctowl back in because we do need to go to Hooters. And then I guess another Noctowl because we should have 2 more Hoothoot somewhere. Yeah, they're going for the Penny challenge where you have to play 1 copy of Penny. All right, so let's get Hoothoot into play. And then I guess I Bravery Charm the Ursaluna. I mean, I probably should have Bravery Charmed the Latias, but that doesn't matter. And then we just hit into them. Maybe we take a KO. Maybe we take a cheeky KO, slap them on the cheeks, and say, good job. GG. Can't actually say good game in this game, which makes a ton of sense, by the way. And then we go Unified Beatdown. But yeah, do I think they should ditch prize cards? No. I don't think they should ditch prize cards and go to prize points. I think the prize, like, For the Win talked about this on stream the other day, or maybe it was yesterday. That's what makes the Pokemon trading card game different than every other trading card game on the planet is the prize cards. The problem is that the prize cards are such a broken system, is that like they keep printing all these cards so you can interact with your prizes. It's them basically saying, yeah, we kind of screwed up with prize cards. Yeah, you can't say good game. You can give them a sarcastic thumbs up though. So it's like prize cards are terrible on their own. The easiest fix that also introduces more skill to the game is you draw 13 at the start of the game, you take 7 as your starting hand, you take the 6 as your prizes, you shuffle them, you put them into the prizes. Right? I think that is such a perfect compromise when it comes to prizes are terrible. Everyone, yeah, the draw 13 conversation. It is just such a perfect compromise to, you know, prize checking is a skill. You know, prize cards are the worst thing in the game, which I agree. You know, you put cards into your deck and there's a chance you just can't use them. Right? You just, oh, what's that? You put cards in your deck? Well, you can't actually use them. Okay, they can one-shot my Terapagos here if they get 1 more energy, right? 6 times 7 is 69. So they're 1 energy away from a KO. And Spice Trash, that's another thing. It will reduce the amount of mulligan. Okay, that doesn't do anything. It will reduce the amount of mulligans. It'll reduce the time it takes for people to do prize checking. So it just fixes so many issues with the game because look at how many cards, like Heavy Ball, I think is quite balanced. You know, Town Map, we got Daisy's Help. We just have all these cards that interact with your prizes. Are you serious? I can't knock out this idiot. Oh my God, we got it. Insane Finale. Look at this. I want to slap your raging butt. I got something else raging after this play. They can see it. Damn it. You're the worst. Everyone in the YouTube comments spam. Well, don't spam you're the worst because then I'll think I'm the worst and I'll get sad. But say that Luigi, you are the lesser Mario brother because their last name is Mario because it's Mario and Luigi Mario. So everyone in the comments type Luigi is the worst Mario brother.